I don't know. It seemed like I was struggling the last couple of years with a lot of this stuff. Um, a lot of files, of corrupted files. I went through a lot of that for a while. That was really tough because I didn't want to get rid of my all. I didn't want to get rid of all the stuff. It had to me. It was just I wanted to keep it. It had value. It's valuable. And in the process of working with Reaper, I find that there was always a lot of like, you start off with a clean slate, you try some templates and that, but there's no overall structure to Reaper, and I think that's what seems to be a bit of a problem, at least for me. It's not a problem for other people, especially if you're in gaming development. To me, it's a very useful utility for making loops and stuff because it's hard to make a proper workflow with it. At least for me, because the just because of the background I had. I don't know if you can see it. I gotta change the thing here, but let's whip this up here, and it's making a big difference. So what this is a familiar layout. Okay, it may seem complicated, but to me it's not, because it follows the basic format that I've been using for 20, 30 years. Now, right now, the audio is distorted. It's out of balance. It's not balanced right now. But again, most of the time when I start screen recording and then I do these videos and upload them, I'm actually doing them at the point where I'm learning something new. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Not it does look like I'm flailing and I don't barely know what I'm talking about, and it's true because I'm just discovering something new. So back on topic here. So what I'm going to do is what's cool about this MixBus. You'll have a center part like this, which will have buses where all the channels go into it, and then from here is where the kind of like they'll have the drums, you'll have the bass, you'll have the guitars, you'll have all the individual pieces or the stems, and they get kind of blended in here. And then the project, goes down into a smaller eight bus in this case, before it goes into a stereo, and so that's kind of like it brings it down. And having this set up in the way that they do it gives you some options that you would take a long time to set up in Reaper. Now, remember, I had this program before, but it's running it on my laptop. It was too small. There's too many details, and that's another thing that's kind of cool, is that you don't have to go menu diving. Everything is there, and that is it's almost a deal breaker when it comes to digital. Have that split second immediacy of the control right away. Like when muscle memory, like if something all of a sudden feedbacks, to slap it right on the faders, But if you got to go menu diving looking for that feedback, like an auxiliary, because maybe the microphone fell over and landed in a monitor, which has happened, and so you have to be able to you just deal with that shit immediately, and they preserve that because that's an important thing. And it's here. It's like that. Everything is accessible. You don't have to menu dive. That's great. So up here we have there's an EQ. This is an EQ for control for this, and this compressor represents the compressor down here, and then you can send in more stuff that you want. But here's a send for the master, and I can take this out, and so now the sound is coming in from here and then going directly to the master and bypassing the bus. And I know there's distortion. I have to fix this. I know the sound is bad. I can hear it in my headphones. But if I go back to this and go into this MixBus right here and see why the sound is kind of crappy here. Kind of slightly annoying to deal with, but so that's not really overly pumped. It looked like it was. So we're gonna go backwards and see this distortion is coming from likely over here. So again, I'm running the mixer, my live sound mixer, and as a multi-track, and man, it's something else that you're able to do with this stuff is just amazing, because it's the flexibility is I'm really surprised I'm able to do the things I'm able to do with this. I was able to do a lot with Reaper, but it looks like I'm going to be able to do even more with this because it's already laid out, and I don't have, save me 6 months. So we got this is not quite the way I need it to be. You can see it's not loud at all. Like this over here is quiet. This is quiet, but there's something is goosing hard in there, and so here's my channel right here. Okay, and let's follow this here and see what's going on. So there's that, and equalizer. I'll put that on. The compressor is on. Let's take a closer look at it there. Yeah. I'm going to change this around because I'm going to bring it over to this channel, okay, and see what it does to the sound here. So I'm on K2, and but okay, so it's hey. Okay, you can see it coming up a bit. Okay, hey. We should see some levels coming up there pretty soon. Hey. Hey, there it is. Okay. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a, again, you can route however you want. It's just I'm running low on channels, so I'm running out of options here. Okay, so basically this is originally comes from channel 1. Well, but I have to reserve channel 1 for the recording of the audio, which is not loud. Again, it's another problem here. So if I look into, whoops, right here, these channels are not loud at all, but whatever. Let's make them a little louder. So now I can bring this up. It's K2. Okay. Oh, it's not on. All right, now it's going to get loud. Hey, but I don't, but this is just a check. Okay, so now it's coming through. Hey. Okay. Oops, I turned it down. Hey, hello. Okay, so I'm just now I'm in the. That sounds better. There's quite a change there. Okay, so now what the hearing now I see how this can get complicated, but you have to keep your head and shoulders above water here, and this is one of the things that like as a challenge in this particular kind of job is to not become overwhelmed with where everything is coming and going. Like, okay, so right now we're listening to this mixer, but that's not the mixer we're ultimately want to listen to, because we're going to be recording and doing our mixing and all that into this program, and it's cutting, like it's accepting the audio, no problem. On. Okay, so it's coming into the main bus out. And it's not very loud. It but it is what it is right now. Oh, maybe something I don't know. It's out of whack. But well, anyway, we'll just keep working with that. But if we listen to the other sounds I got going on, so I got the keyboard, the chord. That's just this right here. So everything is coming back on the monitor, and that so we can hear it. But this is doing all the work, and then that's better. Yeah, so I'm just kind of putting all the elements together. We're still yeah, I'm a big. But anyway, so we have all the elements, and there's even the bass guitar now I can plug in as well. Like everything is in its place, and it didn't take me too long. Like I just grabbed this last night, and maybe 3 hours, and I got it sorted out. May look like an extra level of complication, but really what this is these are all opportunities to get to finesse the audio. Like get it good coming in. You can take care of like noises and so on, and some EQing. Oh, that's huge. Wow, that's a huge sound in my head. So there, you can see the like the bandwidth is it's all there. It just got to once you got to get everything finessed and get everything. I guess we can call it nominal, kind of like between 50 and 70% of the operating range. That's usually like this is a little hot, this is a little quiet, but we're gonna sort all this stuff out. 12 is way out of control, but that's because I haven't had a chance to balance it out yet. But we're gonna do that, and carry on with some MixBus action. This is logical to me. I understand every one of these terms. There's no surprises anymore. I was a little frustrating there, trying to adapt with Reaper, even though I was getting somewhere with it. But I wasn't really getting to the point where like do a project and get into it with buddies and stuff, because I still had way too much focus on figuring out what the hell this thing is, because it's open-ended and not structured, where this is structured. So I won't have to do any of that mental gymnastics. I can just get in there and have some fun. So I think this is a keeper for me. This is a, what's the word here? Protect against denormals. I don't know what that means.